The amount of movies on my Letterboxd watch list is shameful. Let's fix it. Let's pick something at random and review it. Today's video is going to be about the decline of Western civilization, a documentary about punk music. Hell yeah. Okay, this was way more of a concert film than I thought it was going to be, which I didn't mind while I was watching it, but now that I have to talk about it, I don't know how much I actually have to say here. It's good concert footage. I like punk rock, even though I was only familiar with a couple of the bands featured in this film. That was actually one of the reasons why it ended up on my watch list in the first place. The vast majority of music I listen to falls under the umbrella of punk in one way or another, but I mostly listen to bands that have been active in my lifetime. I went to a disgusting amount of punk, post-hardcore, and metalcore shows in my late teens and early 20s. I still go to shows. I'm seeing the Amity Affliction in a couple of months, and I'm very excited about that, but it's just not the same now that I'm over 30. And to be clear, I don't want it to be, but being young in a local music scene is such a special, weird thing. It's the most you just had to have been there, man, type of shit you could get into. From that perspective, I really enjoyed the decline of Western civilization. It feels like a snapshot in time. The film specifically focuses on the Los Angeles hardcore punk scene of 1980. The bands featured are Bags, Black Flag, Catholic Discipline, Circle Jerks, Fear, Germs, and X. The live performances are all of varying quality, to say the least, but it's all interesting when paired together with the interviews for each act. Punk music is extremely varied, and so are the people behind it. I think this film does a good job of showcasing that. The people they interview in this vary from being extremely cool to laughably lame. There's also some people who clearly don't have their shit together at all, which is how they found a home in punk music. I really enjoyed the interview with the manager for the Germs, who only talked about what a nightmare they were to work with. She doesn't seem angry or vindictive about it, just very matter of fact. And I guess that summarizes the entire tone of the project pretty well. There's some extremely problematic shit in this, but even so, I like the way the filmmakers stay out of the picture as much as possible. They never tell you how to feel about any of this. It can be difficult to watch sometimes. There's some peak 1980s homophobia and sexism on display here that would nowadays get you kicked out of most punk shows. On that note, I actually really liked all the songs Fear played, but every time they spoke in the documentary, I just wanted them to shut the fuck up. That was probably the reaction they wanted, but I have no patience for that type of rage-baiting bullshit. I don't think it's very punk rock to say vile shit just to get a reaction. You need to stand for something. Most people who get into punk rock probably do so because at some point in their life, they realize that everything's fucked up. And I think for most, that's both an internal and external realization. You're dealing with all these personal issues growing up, and meanwhile, the entire world seems to be upside down. Hell, I'm 31 now, and somehow the world is even more screwed up now than it's been in my entire lifetime. Aggressive music is a great outlet to express these emotions. I'm glad that even back in 1980, most bands interviewed shared this sentiment. There's two sequels to this movie that I'm interested in checking out. Like the first one, they're both about specific music scenes in Los Angeles. Part 2 is about the late 80s heavy metal scene, and part 3 is about 90s gutter punks. I'll probably end up watching both of those at some point, even though I'm mainly just interested in seeing part 3. What can I say? I'm a punk kid at heart, not really a metalhead. Lastly, I'll say that out of all of the performances in the decline of Western civilization, I liked Black Flag, Circle Jerks, and Bags the most. I wasn't familiar with Bags before this film, so I will definitely need to explore their discography at some point. Let me know if you have any record recommendations. I make a new video like this every day. It's kind of like a movie diary thing at this point. So if you want to hang out, I think we have fun here. Leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll talk again soon. Okay? Bye.